Okay, good evening. Tonight is a regular meeting of the Pascack Valley Regional High School District. Today is February 16th, 2023. I would like to ask that the roll be called.
Mr. Blundo.
Here.
Mrs. Varghese.
Here.
Dr. Blundy.
Here.
Ms. Calderon.
Here.
Mr. Luisi.
Here.
Mrs. Martin. Mr. Stankus.
Here.
Ms. Steffens.
Here.
Mr. Weaver.
Here.
Okay. Please join me with a salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by mailing copies of said notice to the record, filing copies of said notice with the municipal clerks of Hillsdale, Montvale, Rivervale, and Woodcliff Lake, and publishing said notice in the record on August 15th, 2022. We'll start with the monthly reports from the superintendent.
So, I actually just wanted to make a quick note that you'll see later in the agenda that we are looking at expanding our Milestones program. And we're looking at applying for a variance to expand to the second floor of the Hills House. That's the house that we use for our 18 to 21-year-old program. It's in Hillsdale. And we also are going to look into the opportunity or possibility of any other additional facilities that may be able to house our programs as we move forward with this expansion of our program in the future.
Great. Okay, thank you. We have minutes from January 23rd for both the regular meeting and the executive meeting. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Dr. Blundy.
Yes.
Ms. Calderon.
Yes.
Mr. Luisi.
Yes.
Mr. Stankus.
Yes.
Ms. Steffens.
Yes.
Mrs. Varghese.
Yes.
Mr. Weaver.
Abstain.
Mr. Blundo.
Yes. So we do have two student recognitions this evening. I'm going to ask Deborah to join the superintendent. Okay. So whereas Emily Saylor, a senior at Pascack Hills High School, was selected to the first team All-Bergen County Girls Soccer, now therefore it be resolved that the Pascack Valley Regional High School District Board of Education recognize and commend Emily for her outstanding achievement. Great. And whereas Brianna Finch, a junior at Pascack Valley High School, received the College Board National Hispanic Recognition Program Award. Students may be eligible for the national recognition programs if they have a GPA of 3.5 or higher and have excelled on the PSAT, NMSQT, or PSAT 10, or earned a score of 3 or higher on 2 or more advanced placement exams and are of Hispanic American or Latinx descent. Now therefore be it resolved that the Pascack Valley Regional High School District Board of Education recognize and commend Brianna for her outstanding achievement. Fantastic. Great job. Okay. At this point, we are going to open to the public. This first section, open to the public, is only on agenda items. So if you are going to speak, please indicate which agenda item you're speaking of. And per policy, we limit comments to 3 minutes at a time. So is there anybody from the public wishing to address the board? Seeing no hands, I'm going to close to the public. We have one consent agenda item. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Dr. Blundy,
Abstain.
Ms. Calderon,
Yes.
Mr. Luisi,
Yes.
Mr. Stankus,
Yes.
Ms. Steffens,
Yes.
Mrs. Varghese,
Yes.
Mr. Weaver,
Abstain.
Mr. Blundo.
Yes. Under education, we have 2 items. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Sorry. Dr. Blundy,
Yes.
Ms. Calderon,
Yes.
Mr. Luisi,
Yes.
Mr. Stankus,
Yes.
Ms. Steffens,
Yes.
Mrs. Varghese,
Yes.
Mr. Weaver,
Yes.
Mr. Blundo.
Yes. Okay, under Human Resources, the agenda lists 12 consent agenda items. We are going to withdraw number 3, and will not be voting on that this evening. So is there a motion for Human Resources 1 through 12, with the exception of number 3?
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? Roll call?
Dr. Blundy,
Yes.
Ms. Calderon,
Yes.
Mr. Luisi,
Yes.
Mr. Stankus,
Yes.
Ms. Steffens,
Yes.
Mrs. Varghese,
Yes.
Mr. Weaver,
Yes.
Mr. Blundo.
Yes. Okay. Under Finance, we have 11 agenda items. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call?
Dr. Blundy,
Yes.
Ms. Calderon,
Yes.
Mr. Luisi,
Yes.
Mr. Stankus,
Yes.
Ms. Steffens,
Yes.
Mrs. Varghese,
Yes.
Mr. Weaver,
Yes.
Mr. Blundo.
Yes. Does anyone have any old business? Anyone have any new business? Okay. We're going to open to the public one additional time on any topic whatsoever. We're open to the public. Anyone have anything to address the board with? Okay. Seeing no hands, we'll close to the public. And folks, that's it. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
We have a second by acclamation. Have a good night. Thank you. Oh, we have to do the picture, please. Stay for 2 minutes.